How's it going, ACC? I'm Angie, your children's minister with the Kids On Lesson for June 13th. Last week we learned about the parable of the faithful servant. This week we are learning a parable about a rich man and a poor man. For our beginning activity, we're going to make a heavenly mural. You can either give everyone in your family a single piece of paper to work independently, or tape several pieces together to create a big mural together. Draw what you think heaven will look like. In our story, we will hear about one man going to heaven. Our story this week is called The Parable of the Rich Man and Lazarus, and it comes from the book of Luke, chapter 16, verses 19 through 31. One day, Jesus told his disciples a parable about a rich man and a poor man. Jesus said, "A man was very rich. Every day he dressed in nice purple clothes made of the finest cloth. He ate wonderful foods. But a poor man named Lazarus sat at the gate of the rich man's house. He did not have nice clothes made of the finest cloth, and he did not eat wonderful food. He wished he could eat the crumbs of food that fell off the rich man's table onto the floor. One day, Lazarus died. The angels carried him to heaven, and Abraham was there. The rich man died too, and he was buried. The rich man did not go to heaven. He called out, 'Father Abraham, have mercy on me. Send Lazarus to help me. I am suffering.' Abraham replied, 'Son, remember your life. You had so many good things, and Lazarus had nothing but trouble. Now Lazarus is comforted here, while you are suffering.' Then Abraham said, 'There is a great divide between us, like a pit, and no one from here can cross over to you. Neither can anyone from there cross over to us.' The rich man said, 'Then please send Lazarus to my father's house on earth. I have 5 brothers. He could warn them so that they will not come to this place of suffering and pain.' Abraham said, 'They have the scriptures, the law of Moses, and the writings of the prophets. They should read them and learn from them.' The rich man argued, 'No, if someone came to them from the dead, then they would turn from their sin and turn to God.' Abraham said, 'If they don't listen to the scriptures, to Moses and the prophets, then they will not listen, even if someone comes back from the dead.' For our lesson activity, we're going to discuss needs versus wants. A need is something you cannot live without, like food, water, shelter, and so on. A want is something that you can live without, like toys, books, and video games. Make a list of different needs and wants. Then try to go the whole day without the wants on your list. God promises to provide for all of our needs. He does not promise to give us everything we want. Jesus told a story of 2 men. One man had everything he needed and spent his life trying to get everything he wanted. The other man didn't have everything he needed, but he put his trust in God, who then gave him a place in heaven. Story of the Week card. For our game, we're going to play Jump the Gap. Grab 2 pool noodles, jump ropes, hula hoops, or even rolled up towels, and place them apart on the floor. Make the gap between them small at first, but then make it bigger each round. Challenge your family to jump the gap. Speaking of challenging, post a video of your family playing Jump the Gap in the comments below for a gift card challenge. In our story today, Jesus talks about a gap that no one can cross. He was saying that it is important to love and trust in him so we can go to heaven. At dinner one night, talk about the 2 men in the parable. Why did Lazarus go to heaven when the rich man did not? Was it because they were different? Was it because Lazarus believed in God? What should we do to go to heaven? Then for the family activity, we're going to try to do something nice for someone in need. Donate some toys you don't really play with anymore, or some clothes that don't fit you, or some food, some of your time, or come up with a different way to help someone. Be sure to pray with your family every day. Parents, join us for prayer time on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. on Facebook Live, and check out our Facebook prayer group too. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you next week when we will learn about the parable of the talents.